Namaste, good morning. It's 5:53 and Kailani and I are walking to the Gangabu bus station, the new bus park, and that's where we're going to be catching the bus to Besisahar, and that's where we're going to be starting our Annapurna Circuit trek. We're going to take the bus to Besisahar and then walk, I think it's less than 2 kilometers to Bubule, and that's where the real walking will begin. So we're about to hop in a taxi cab that we've been seeing just sitting here, and lucky enough, there it is, serendipitously waiting for us at the end of the road. So we will see you at the bus park. All right, we're just walking around trying to find our ticket to Besisahar, and here is the ticket counter. Yeah, Besisahar? Thank you. All right, right here. We've been driving for about an hour and we just stopped for a little pit stop to get some chai and pakora, which are these fried onion balls. And that is the view of the mountains. I don't know if you can see them. It's very blue this morning. But there we are, an hour drive outside of Kathmandu. Just finished our bus ride from Kathmandu to Besisahar, and it did not take 6 hours. It took more like 9 hours, but we finally made it. And then we took another 2-hour grueling bus ride on a non-paved road to Bubule, and that's where we are right now. The town is over here. I think our guest house is up here. And we found just this nicest family, and they're cooking us dinner right now. So we're just out on the stroll to enjoy our last few minutes of sunshine before it gets dark. And then tomorrow we're gonna have a full day of hiking to Jagat, which is gonna be a long day, maybe 7 or 8 hours of hiking. And we're gonna be following this river up and along, and this is the river that we've been driving by all day pretty much. So I'm super happy we've made it, and I guess we'll see you at the dinner table to have dinner with us, because the food looks fantastic and it smells amazing, and that's one of the reasons that we chose our guest house. So we'll see you over there. just got our first breakfast in the Annapurna Circuit in Bubble, and it is Tibetan bread with jam and honey. It's a veg omelet. We have a whole pot of milk tea, and all of this is going to cost us around 520 rupees, which is like $4.50. The pot of tea makes 5 cups, so we've been drinking it all morning. And you can get eggs cooked like singularly, or you can get them in an omelet. The eggs cooked singularly are the same price as the omelet, but this omelet looks like it has like 2 or 3 eggs in it, so definitely worth it to get the omelet. It looks delicious, and it's big. It's our first day of walking the Annapurna Circuit, and we are just leaving our first village. We just finished breakfast, coffees, teas, and breads, and we have about a 7-hour walk to Jagat along this big, beautiful river with these amazing mountain views in the distance. Our host was really sweet. It's not as busy as we thought it was going to be. There were maybe 3 other groups of trekkers staying at this place, but a lot of people just drive right through here, so it might get a little bit busier the later we go. So it's about 11 miles to Jagat, the next place that we're going on our trip. So enjoy the journey, and we'll see you guys there. All right, we just reached our first trail marker. It was kind of easy to miss, but there's the road going that way, and then here's where we're going up the trail. So the main part of the Annapurna Circuit is marked red and white, and the off trails are marked blue and white, so pretty easy to follow. And you're usually, when you're on the road, just keep an eye out for where the trail branches off, and you can hop into the more natural parts. So now I think we're going to be going up and along rice fields and next to these big towering cliffs in this first jungle section of the trek. That turnoff took us maybe 2 minutes to the Bubble waterfall, and it was spectacular. And then now we're just back right on the road. So a brief detour, and then back onto the road for a little while more of trekking. I think we've stumbled across a banana slug. Hey, little guy. It's 8:18 a.m. and it's already getting swelteringly hot out here. We've just gotten to a crossroads, and a really sweet guy at the last village told us to take the blue trail, and that's the alternate route. It looks, here's the blue here, it goes straight up, and there's the red. I think it just keeps following the river. But we're feeling adventurous, and we were on the bus for so long yesterday, I think we're going to choose the blue. So we're super happy we took the blue route. We've just been walking through these really adorable villages and just endless paddies of rice. And we've been walking along this fence this whole time. It's just made of strapped bamboo. It's just all made of natural materials. And it's just holding back this flood of rice and banana trees. And it's so tropical down here, I'm surprised. And we're the only people that we've seen hiking this trail so far. So there's people carrying huge bushels of thatch or of rice to get taken, and they're just taking them all with straps on their head. They must be so strong, all of these guys. And there's a group of kids that have been asking us for candies this whole time. We just ran back into them. Namaste. 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 Has had these beautiful rice fields behind it. And usually there's a small stable with a couple of water buffalo. And I don't know if they use them to help plow the field. I know they use them for meat, but some of these families have a few, and there's chickens running around everywhere, and you can just tell how self-sufficient these small little villages are that we're walking through. And this is the food that we're going to be eating every day. It's just all harvested from these fields out here. And you can tell there's rice growing, and then mixed in there's leafy greens. There's been peas growing up and fruits on the trees. So it's all totally self-sufficient here and self-sustained. And these villages didn't have a road for hundreds and hundreds of years. So they would just use these trails like we're doing now for all of their trade and living. And it's kind of crazy to remember, since the road seems like it's so established now. I don't know if you can see this little guy right there. But there's a big water buffalo. One of 3 hydroelectric power plants that are sprung out along this river, and it's just totally calmed those raging rapids into this beautiful, calm body of water. And it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and all of the school kids are going to school in their uniforms, and they're all walking. So, namaste. So I can't imagine waking up early and walking. I don't know how far everyone has to walk to go to school, but they're a bunch of little troopers. for a quick break for some coffee and a Coke at Bahundanda, and it was a lot of steep stairs getting here. I think it's a little bit too early for us to eat, so we're gonna keep going over to Germu. And we were just walking all the way up there. We're at the very top of a hill, and now we're gonna be walking down the valley over there. And that's where we're gonna stop for have lunch, maybe 3 more miles, and then I think another 3 after that to Jagat, where we're gonna spend the night. So he said that we need to start walking very early, because if we don't arrive to where we're staying by 2 or 3, most of the rooms will be full. So the weather is amazing, but maybe there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be meeting up with us that took a Jeep from farther in. We just finished up our lunch, or our little tea snack, and we're leaving now from Bulule. And I just wanted to show you these beautiful old buildings. They're so squat, and they're made, it looks like, with adobe inside. And it looks like they've been here for forever. And they're all tilted and leaning it, but it gives it just the most rustic, old charm. And this one even looks like an old barn you would see somewhere in the States, but I'm sure they're much, much older than anything that we have. And everyone's just still using them. But we're right up at the top of this mountain. And now we're gonna start heading down. And you can see over there, that up there is where we had lunch. So we're just making our way down the valley, and we're about to meet back up with the river. There's the river that we've been following, and you can see just cut right into the side of the mountain is the road where if you take a Jeep, you can get all the way to Manang. We're really happy that it doesn't go on this side, because I think we've only seen 1 or 2 Jeeps the whole time that we've been over here, but that road over there has been really, really busy. There was a totally overgrown area where Maps.me was telling us to go. We found the marking for the main trail, and here it is again. But these are the steps here, just totally overgrown. So I think we're gonna go for a little while longer and see if it's right or wrong. The path was just filled with stinging nettle, so that was a terrible idea. And now it's starting to blister up, and it stings. Namaste. We made it to Jagat. We walked for a total of 14 miles today. It was a pretty long day. It can be broken up into 2 days if you would want to do that. But I'm happy that we made it today. There's hot springs here, maybe a 10-minute walk away, so we're gonna go check those out right now. And we got the cutest corner room. There, I don't know if you can see it, is the road that we took in. And we're staying on the second story of this beautiful guest house right on the corner. So we have 3 windows and we can look out and see the rest of this cute little town. And our room is painted baby blue and pink, and it's it's like so kind of out of place, but really calming, and exactly, I think, what we needed after that long day of trekking. So I will see you guys down at the hot springs. Pretty much to ourselves. There's just one other pair of people here and the guy that's taking care of it. It's 100 rupees to come access it, and they use that money to buy computers for the school kids. So those are the hot springs over there, and the river's just right here. And there's a really beautiful little shrine over here. So it felt amazing. I think we have about 300 steps to climb up, pretty much straight back up the side of this ravine here to get back to our dinner, but definitely well worth the